Hi everyone, this is Pete from Disciplined Traders. You can find us at www.d-traders.com, and this is going to be the market overview video for November the 8th, 2010. Okay, we'll start off with the S&P 500. Last week I was expecting price to enter this congestion zone and turn down, but then with the news of the QE2 from Mr. Bernanke, it seems that price is, are blown away this level, and they're going to head higher. Seeing as the Fed is guaranteeing higher stock prices, everyone wants to jump on board. I'm not jumping on board myself. What I would look for, though, is a pullback to actually enter the markets and then ride the trend up. I wouldn't jump on at this point because it's quite reasonable to think that we should have a pullback as people take quick profits, but that should provide us an entry going forward. Where can we go? Well, this is the daily chart. Let's go to the weekly, and we can see that next area I would think would be resistance is going to be the 1280 point. So this congestion area up here, it was also support previously back in March 08 and also January. So that's what I would be looking at to as profit targets, and depending on price action, maybe get short. So now let's quickly jump over to the NDX. I just want to show this chart because this is a weekly, and just to show really where price is on this chart. You can see we've almost got back to the highs of 07, which is quite amazing really. It's nearly retraced 100% of that level. The main tech stock indices, the Nasdaq isn't quite as good, but you can see very bullish. It's broken up above this level, and I would expect it to be coming into this price area. So maybe finding resistance up at 2670 up to 2730. Last one, Dow Jones. Again, weekly chart, and we're looking at this level around here, around about 11,700, maybe up to 11,850. Okay, next chart is chart of the dollar, and we can see again, this is a weekly chart. We've got this uptrend. We've got this trend line going up here. Prices come all the way back down. Last week it tested it, and we can see it close back inside. I'm looking for reversals here to actually get long. We can see this was the congestion zone that we were looking at previously. It didn't get all the way down to the bottom, but it entered, found support, and has had a bounce up. So I'll be looking for entries on some of the major pairs, which now brings me onto those majors. So let's start with the euro. Here we got a daily chart, but it's zoomed out quite a bit, and you can see that I've been looking at this price level up here. So the 142 all the way up to 145, expecting this to be a resistance area. We did have a pop-up late last week or middle of last week, and then price did get rejected down, and it's currently 139.28. Let's zoom in a little bit. So on a closer inspection, looks like I've got a bit of data missing here for some reason, but maybe expecting price, if it wants to push its way down. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. There we go, we've got the data. It's had a nice big drop from its highs, almost 400 pips. So it's got to we've got to expect some sort of retracement, but it wouldn't be Wouldn't be crazy to think that it may want to come and test these lower areas down here, 138 level, and I would think it's going to find some support. It seems that at the moment, on a fundamental basis, the Greek and the Irish bonds are what's causing a bit of a sell-off in the euro at the moment. We had the Greek elections at the weekend, and I think the Greek and German bond spreads are actually coming down a little bit today. So it's just the Irish bonds that are still causing concern. If the bond spread starts to come back together, then we'll probably see the euro stabilize and may try and make another run up, maybe back into this higher resistance area. Let's go to the pound versus the dollar. And again, for the pound, it had a good run up last week into this congestion zone, this resistance point, and is having a pullback. But the pound I do see as a stronger currency, so I'm expecting buyers to step in and try and get on this bull trend. And we can see on this 4-hour chart, price has retraced down from its highs, nearly up to 163. It's come back almost 200 pips, but maybe I'll be looking to maybe get on board just to have a nibble around about this level here, 160 to 160.50, something like that. There we go. I expect buyers to step in at this point and then see prices try and have another test higher. On the dollar yen, again, this big downtrend still is working its magic. I think let's go to a weekly, monthly, and zoom out. Here we go. So the all-time lows down here, 79.75 was the actual level. So I'm still expecting price to test that area, but as it didn't test it last week, I am starting to think, well, could it be putting in a bottom? Maybe it's just not going to get to that level. Buyers are stepping in, looking for a reversal in the dollar, not as a major trend, but as a relief rally, which would then help push this pair higher. So I'm watching this one with interest. We've still got this strong downtrend line. And 82s is really the resistance area to get over. If price can get there's probably lots of stops that will trigger price higher, at least up to maybe the 83 mark. And who knows, we might get people jumping on board this retracement back up, see if they can ride it higher at that point. Let's have a look at the Aussie dollar. Last week, price managed to get up above parity, the 1 level, and stay there. Just having a think about it. Got this sort of doji that's going on there. Is it hanging man? Not too sure. And we're having a bit of a down day today, but you know what? Well, it makes perfect sense for it to have a thrust up, come back down, and then probably see buyers stepping again round about the $1 level. Last pair we want to look at is the euro versus the British pound. And this pair, well, the pound is, like I say, for me the strongest, and the euro is faltering a little bit. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see prices are retracing back down. I expect this to be the first level of support, but then I'll be looking to maybe get in a long position on this pair once it comes down to this congestion zone down here. There we go. So once it comes down here, then I expect buyers to step up to the plate. So that's the 85.14, say 15 level, down to the 84.80. Okay, that about does it for the market overview. Again, if you have any questions, any comments, please drop by our website. And if you need any information on the way we trade, by all means get in touch. Thanks very much. Bye bye.